podcast, Talk with Olena. This is a podcast for immigration consultants in Canada who would like to grow their business. In this podcast, I'm sharing with you all of my tips, strategies, and experiences that I've learned in the last 7 years of having immigration business here in Canada. All right, so today I would like to start by sharing some updates with you. Well, yesterday I was so surprised and excited to know that I've been nominated by our local Chamber of Commerce as a Young Entrepreneur of the Year. I've never been nominated for anything. I've never won an award. I never really, wanted to be nominated for anything like that. So this is the first time ever and I'm super excited. I really hope I'm going to win, but even if not, it's a really great thing to be nominated as a young entrepreneur. I was kind of doubting if I'm even qualifying as a young entrepreneur because it seems like I've been in business for so long. I've been a business owner for 10 years now that I shouldn't really qualify as a young entrepreneur. But they said that anybody under 40 years old are eligible, right? So I'm super excited to be nominated, and then in May 2024 there will be a award ceremony, so I'm excited to attend and just to see if I will stand a chance with another couple of great entrepreneurs on the list of nominations. So yeah, that's a good exciting news. Another thing that has been happening is that I just actually finished recording my free workshop for you guys. You can download it absolutely for free. You can watch it. And this workshop is about 5 strategies that you can implement today to your consultation booking page to change your consultation booking page and hopefully improve your business, increase your profits, increase your revenue, and increase your client satisfaction and just overall way you're running business. So in this workshop, I'm talking about a lot of things, a lot of tips that would be applicable to each of immigration practitioners in Canada in terms of organizing and strategizing their consultation booking page. It's a very hands-on workshop, so be ready to make those changes to your booking page. You can download or sign up by the link below in the description of this video, and you can watch this video today, and hopefully it will help you to strategize to improve your consultation booking page so you can get better results in your business. In today's podcast, I'm just looking through my notes here. In today's podcast, I wanted to kind of zoom in on a topic because when I was recording that workshop, free workshop for you guys about consultation booking page and how to organize it, how to strategize. I was talking about a lot of things, about pricing of your consultations. You will find, when you listen to it, you'll find information there about, pricing, categories of your consultations, about, scheduling, what schedule you should have when you setting up your consultations. Then, we talked about terms and conditions for the client when they are booking your consultation. So I really covered a lot there. But in today's podcast, I do want to zoom into a specific area that I talked about during that workshop. So the specific area is really about the schedule. So what I noticed while I was recording this free workshop, what I really noticed is that a lot of my colleagues and just my students, my coaching students, the way that their schedules are set up is that their schedules kind of revolve around the consultations that are already booked. So, you have an open schedule for the week, and then let's just say somebody books a consultation for, I don't know, Friday 11 a.m., Thursday 3 p.m., and then Thursday 10 a.m., and then Monday 10 a.m. And then you look at your Google Calendar or whatever calendar app you're using. I'm using Google Calendar. It's just simple, right? You're looking at that app, and then you're trying to like fit your actual tasks in between consultations, right? Like in between those empty spaces, which which kind of makes sense, and that's what kind of happens in a lot of cases with RCICs, but that's absolutely opposite than what it should be, in my opinion, because then if you are opening your full schedule for customers to book consultations with you, and then you're trying to fit your work tasks in between those consultations, then what it means is that customers actually are, I don't know if it's proper English, the boss of you. They're like bossing you around, and definitely bossing around your schedule, right? Because then they define your schedule, and that should not be that way, because the only person in control of your schedule should be yourself. And that actually is a concept that a lot of people are not. It's just not easy to grasp this concept, because usually we're taught from like childhood kind of that work is 9 to 5, and that's just a normal classic system that we're raised in, and usually we work 9 to 5, and that's what it is. But then when you become self-employed, you're an entrepreneur, and the thing is that it never occurs to us that we can actually work anytime we want, and we don't need to work 9 to 5, or we don't need to work every day or every week, or like we can work whenever literally we want. It doesn't mean that you should create chaos out of your schedule, but what it means is that you're the boss, and this is the best part of entrepreneurship. Like, that's what I like, and that's why I would never be able to go back to regular employment, because as an entrepreneur, you're the boss of your schedule, and you should be defining when customers are booking consultations with you. So when do you want to do consultations? And then when do you want to work on cases and submissions, right? And the documents and actual like, casework. And then when do you want, or you feel like, or you would enjoy to work on business processes and business plans and setting business goals, maybe doing some professional development like you're doing right now when you're listening to this podcast, right? This is part of your work. Listening to this podcast is actually part of your work, if you think about it, because this is your professional development. And so you should define those times. So today, what I want to do, I want to give you a couple of examples how throughout the years I reorganized my schedule, and I've tried different schedule setups, and a lot of them worked for me. And then I would change it up, and then I would try to find something better or something more fitting in this season of life that I have. And I want to just give you a couple of examples. So number one is the main rule of any immigration consultant is that consultations, they need to be batched together, right? So if you open up schedule from Monday to Friday, and every day it's like free 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, then the consultations will be sporadically booked. And then it will be really hard to fit anything in between, because if you have a consultation at ending at 9:30 a.m. and then the next consultation starts at 11 a.m., it means that you have hour and a half. Well, after consultation, you need time to decompress, have a sip of water, figure out, okay, what task I'm moving into next, what's happening, have a cup of coffee, right? And then after that, you have only 1 hour to work on something, right? So you cannot do a full case submission in 1 hour, especially knowing, okay, next consultation coming up, right? Unless it's a very simple case, where very small case, maybe you can, but you know what I mean? So it's really hard to fit in anything in between. So that's why we need to batch consultations. So that's the main rule that you need to know. The second rule is that definitely you need to, and please, I already see you saying no, but please don't say no. You need to have days without consultations, at least one day, but preferably at least 2 days a week. You need to have without no consultations, nothing, no, not even one, no, nothing. And I know everybody is already like pausing this podcast because like, oh, how I'm gonna make money if I don't have consultations. Trust me, you can do it, you can do it. So I'm here to provide you a couple of examples for schedules or setups that really worked for me really well, and how I became way more efficient, and I started really, I feel like I became more efficient, but at the same time more rested, and had definitely better experience working and have better like mental margin just within my work. So one schedule that I tried, so number one example is one schedule that I tried was a schedule when I was very intentional with my consultation time, and I realized that I perform the best in the morning. And to this day, like I really don't like when I have a consultation at 4 p.m., for example, because it's end of the day. And even though, I can honestly say that I'm like very, very good at consultations. Like I'm very, very, very good at this job. However, at 4 p.m., especially if we're talking about like Thursday, end of the week, 4 p.m., it's hard. Like I'm on my last breath there. Like it's, I'm tired, right? So, number one example of my schedule, I had a schedule as follows. I tried to book all the consultations in the mornings. So I had Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday consultations only from 9 a.m. to 12 or to 11. Anyways, it was first part of the day. I forget if it's from 9 to 11 or 9 to 12. I forget which one was it. But the fact of the matter is that it ended at 12. So only 9, say, to 12. Monday, Tuesday to Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Now, Wednesdays was my office consultations. So yeah, in this schedule, basically, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, my consultations are 9 to 12 roughly, so not past 12 under no circumstances. And it's just set schedule limits in my software, right? I use Acuity scheduling, and you can learn about it more if you go to my workshop, if you click the link below. I set those limits so people can schedule only in the morning. And why I liked it, because I'm a morning person. So I have the highest level of energy truly in the morning. And I perform at my highest in the morning. And my performance tends to go down. And again, not that I don't provide a good service, but like it just goes down like towards end of the day. So I really enjoyed doing consultations in the morning. So what I noticed is that if I have a consultation scheduled at like 4 p.m., I would feel kind of like, oh shoot. When I have consultation scheduled in the morning, I actually am looking forward to it because I love my job. So that's the thing, is that you need to be intentional about your scheduling and your time, because that would make your work more joyous, right? So that schedule worked really, really well. So I knew that after 12 p.m. every day, I'm completely 100% free, except for Wednesday, because Wednesday is my office day and I'm doing in-persons, right? So I knew that I'm free, after 12 p.m. So 12 p.m. until whenever I want to stop working, I have all of this free time to do casework, to do business management, whatever I need to do, bookkeeping, taxes, whatever the case it is, meetings, like other stuff that we need to do as business owners. So that really made sense for me. Now, so this is the first example how you can structure your consultations, if that's something that works for you, right? If you're a morning person, if that's, and what I noticed is that if I do consultations in the morning, I actually like love working afterwards. Like I feel productive, I feel efficient. Like it really works for me. But if I, start working in the morning and then do consultations, say like, I don't know, whatever, 1 to 4 consultations, then it's just more of a negative like burden for me. Like, I don't know, it's just, I didn't like that. So you see how it can be so different in different, just all you're changing is just hours of work, right? So that's the first example of my schedule. Now, second example of my schedule is, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing now. Now I decided that I'm not going to work every week. That's my new thing. So what I do week A's and weeks B's. Okay? So week A's, they include high performance stuff. They include, lots of consultations. Still regulate my schedule. So, for example, on Mondays and Thursdays, I do consultations, and it is 9 to 5, so it's open for me because I designate those days as fully just consultations and emails. No casework, no nothing else, just consultations, emails, and whatever comes up, right? But those are my consultation days. And then for Tuesdays, I have my marketing days, and then Wednesdays I have on and off. So week A I have office days, week B I don't have office days, and Fridays off. But what I'm doing, I'm alternating week A and week B. When week A is a week where is a high performance week where I'm going to schedule a lot of meetings, like for example, Tuesday is my marketing and like business day, right? So for Tuesdays I schedule a lot of meetings on week A, and I schedule all the kind of stuff that I need to accomplish. Week B are those weeks that I essentially take it easy, right? I still do my work and I still have consultations, but it's just easier. I can schedule my personal appointments and all of that, right? So I limit my consultation hours. So basically, that's my new thing to try, is like alternating week A and week B. So high performance weeks and then more chill weeks. And the thing is that you're the boss of your schedule, so you can do that. You can do that, absolutely. And this is the best thing ever, really. Another thing that a lot of people know that I've implemented is Fridays off. On Fridays, I don't do case submissions, I don't do consultations. It's been over 1 year since I've stopped doing that, and there's zero impact on business. If anything, it's only positive impact because I have time. I have time to think through new ideas for business development, for things that I like. I have new projects, volunteering projects that I undertake, and I all do that in my free time on Fridays. And again, it's free time. It's just I allow myself to do whatever I want, and I'm not constrained by case submissions or consultations, right? So those are like 2 examples of kind of schedules that you can do. So you can think about it on a weekly basis. You can try week A, week B, or you can think about it on daily basis, right? You can do 2 to 3 days consultations, and then you can do a day of casework. So it really depends. Of course, it can look very different for you depending if you have a legal assistant, right? Because that's a huge factor. If you don't have legal assistant, then you have a lot more on your plate. And that's one thing I really do want to mention here, is that if you don't have legal assistant, then you're probably just starting out, like, so you're in the first several years of your practice, right, of your business, and you should, and every RCIC really should aim to have legal assistant after the first year of practicing, and maybe towards second year. So after the first towards second year of your full-time business, you should aim to be in the financial position to hire a legal assistant. Because I can tell you that this work without legal assistant, it's unsustainable. It's not impossible, it's absolutely possible. It will just make you miserable. Like, it's just unsustainable. It's too much for one person. And the why is it too much is because um, it's a nature of our job is that we're licensed, so nobody except us can do consultations, which is partially sales, right? And nobody except us can do case submissions. So this is really, really difficult because if sales, consultations plus case submissions, you will add an actual processing, which is huge chunk of work, right? Then it will just become simply, objectively too much for one person. It's okay to handle it for a year, for 2 years, maybe for 3 years. Past 3 years, it's going to harm you in the long term. It's going to either harm you as a person, like in terms of your health, your mental state, because it's just too much, right? Or it's going to harm the client, because if you're taking too much, then you may make a mistake, right? So it's okay. Of course, it's okay to work without legal assistant. It's just you should, if you are in this business for full time and you're ambitious, you want to make good revenue in the future, then you should aim to hire a legal assistant after 2-3 years, and then your schedule would be easier to plan. Now, if you don't have legal assistant, I get it. It's hard. It's hard to plan your schedule, but still, you should batch your consultations together, and you should free up time blocks, so big extended periods of time of 3 hours. Like, usually my time block, it's at least 2 hours. So one time block in your schedule can be 2 hours, can be 3 hours, and it's a time block, and it's, you can designate it. Okay, this time block is for submission of this case, or this time block is for my bookkeeping. This time block, maybe it's just for rest or for sitting down and planning. I have literally a time block for organizing. 2 hours, 2 hours time block for organizing. Because guess what? If I don't organize, then I cannot function day to day, and the whole life is going to become a chaos, because if I don't have my to-do list, if I don't have my priorities straight, then I don't know what I'm doing, right? So, but to do all of these things, you need to kind of schedule it, right? And you need to have time for that. And to have time for that, you cannot let the consultations just rule your schedule, like just go loose and like on your Google Calendar, and like just like sprinkle all over your Google Calendar, and then you're left to figure out how you're going to work between the gaps. So yeah, that's my biggest advice for today is think strategically about your time. Now, this is only one of the aspects that I covered in my free workshop. So again, if you want to watch my workshop, how to organize your consultation booking page, I talk about pricing there. I talk about, lots and lots of stuff that will help you. You can sign up through the link. It's absolutely free, and you can watch my workshop, and you can get to reorganizing your schedule today. You know what's funny is that every time, so I reorganize my schedule like usually once a year. Every time I sit down to reorganize my schedule, I get so excited, because I just love the feeling that I can do whatever I want. Like, if I want to do consultations only, I don't know, every day, like from 6 to 9 p.m., like I can do it. Or if I want to not have consultations the whole week and then do 10 consultations on Saturday, I can do it. Well, it's not to my liking. I don't like working on the weekends, but I like the power, the sense of power that I feel when I'm dictating, essentially, when clients can talk to me. I do like it because, I get to decide how I spend my time, and that way I'm actually servicing my clients in a better way, because when I'm being intentional with my schedule, I can guarantee that my clients will always get the best performance out of me in the consultations, because I schedule my consultations the way that I'm never overburnt when I'm doing them, right? And that's a win-win situation. So yeah, hopefully my kind of brainstorming about the consultation scheduling today was useful to you. Um, the tech has been a little bit spotty today when I'm recording this, so yeah, I hope this all comes out right. Thank you so much for listening to me. Next week we will talk about some other interesting topic. I don't know, I'm thinking about the topics on the go so far. Oh, and I want to tell you guys, you know what? I got a sponsor for my podcast. Now I got a sponsor for my podcast. So maybe next week I will announce my new sponsor. And I'm super excited about this partnership. It's only a second episode and I already got a sponsor, which is amazing. So, yes, I'm super happy. Please, let's stay in touch. Sign up for my newsletter, watch my workshop, and I really hope my content benefits you and it truly improves your business.